All right, everybody, welcome. Hope everybody had a great Labor Day weekend, and we are back, and we've got a project today. And now that I'm looking at it, I hope we can make it work. I think we can. So let's see what we got. All right, so here's today's project. I got the Kubota and Munchie, and this is a retention pond. You can't see it back there, but that's a retention pond somewhere in there. And this guy in this house complained about all this stuff growing over his fence, and you know, he's got a point. So we've got to basically mulch all of this stuff off this fence and kind of make this right of way through here open back up again. It's not technically, is it a right of way? I can't remember. It might be a right of way. Anyway, we got to mow this. Now this pond, we're not dealing with this pond right now, but eventually they know that something's got to be done with that pond. It's probably got to be dredged out. It's a disaster in there. So I'm hoping I can squeeze the Mini right through here with this power line. Luckily the power line's pretty far up there, and there's a little bit growing on it right there, but nothing I'm really super concerned about. But we got to make a line right through here. It's not very far, but it is thick. So just looking at this, there's a little bit of brick and metal right here. I don't have to really, none of this is priority. It's just the stuff on the fence. That's all I have to deal with. But I am gonna have to maybe kind of open this up and cut my way through here to get through there. And I'm hoping I don't have to go around that wire, because I don't know if there's enough space. The pond drops off right there somewhere. So I don't know if there's enough space for me to go around that wire that way. I'm hoping I can just squeeze right through there. We'll see. So let's get in the machine and find out. right, guys, we're done. So just to clarify a few things, so the white fence and the chain link fence are both this guy's, and so all of this was growing over his fence into his yard, and he was having a hard time keeping it cut back. So he basically complained about it, and the city got a hold of the client that I'm working for and said, "You've got to cut this back." And we kind of went round and around. I was kind of like the middle, the go-between between the city and the client there for like, we went round and around for like 2 weeks about all of this. Originally they wanted the whole pond done, a whole bunch of stuff, and then they basically were able to just settle on just cutting this fence back, or this stuff back away from the fence. Anything, that stuff that's growing on the fence, that's technically his responsibility because that fence is his. But he came out here, we talked about it. He came out here, he's like, "Man, I'm so glad to see you about getting this cut back," because I think he's been wanting this done for a while. So he was very, very happy to see me here. He's like, "Man, if I was hanging out for a bit, I'd give you a beer." So I was like, "No, I can't drink on the job, but I appreciate it." But I told him, I said, if it was me and this was my fence, I said, "This chain link is not salvageable. I would just have somebody come and take this whole chain link out, because all it's doing is allowing for these vines, it's giving them something to hold on to grab and go up and then over the fence." If they just had the white fence here, I mean, you can see there's not much really growing on the white fence itself, because there's just really nothing for these vines to grab on that slick plastic white fence to go up. But these chain links, I mean, they can just climb that's right up that stuff like a ladder. So I think the best option for him in the future to just take this whole thing out. I gave him landscaper Greg's number as well, about maybe having Greg come back here and spray this as well to maybe control it. Greg's a certified herbicide applicator, so he could come back here and spray this. I did hit the fence right there, and I let him know about that, but I don't think that's going to be a big deal. So he didn't seem too concerned about that. The main thing is the nice white fence right there. So we didn't hit any of that. Obviously working around this power line was a little sketchy, but I made that work. I'm not dealing with that. The power company can come mess with that. The hell, I'm not. Nope, hell no. But I left this down here at the end. I didn't cut this little bit here, and there's two reasons for that. One, privacy, and then if I were to open this whole thing up with this lane in here, this is a perfect spot for somebody to pull right in here and dump trash and debris and stuff like that, and I don't want that, and I'm sure this guy doesn't want it either, and this client doesn't want it either. So I left this little bit right here because it's not technically really on the fence there too much, and I'll clean it up a little bit by hand, but I wanted to leave something here to keep people out of this right away, because people will dump crap everywhere. There's a whole bunch of down trees in here that was probably dumped. I ground up 2 very large trees, and you could see where somebody had cut it up with a chainsaw, and so that was probably dumped back here at some point. And the old carpet, somebody dumped that back here. I mean, that's perfect. Obviously that was not here. Somebody probably pulled back in here off the road and dumped that old carpet, so that'll keep people from dumping. But I'm hoping we'll come back and do this pond. Something's gonna have to be done with this retention pond back here. That's a mess. But Munchie did a great job. This mini is perfect for doing fence lines like this. This is the perfect machine for doing stuff just like this, because it's just small, maneuverable. You can reach right along the fence, reach up, get that stuff, pull it off, munch it down, and then you're out. So that worked out really good. You kicked ass today, Munchie. You earned your keep. Let's go home. I'm ready. So hope you guys enjoyed it. That was a hellacious little job, but we got it done, and I'm out. Bye, everybody.